back up. So these guys keep showing us who they are, and this is why people are looking to us, because we've been consistent with our message all the way through.
And also because our people can't take the oppression anymore.
Absolutely.
They're looking for answers. They're not looking for entertainers pretending to be thinkers. They actually want real answers. And let's just be very honest. Black folk know the truth when they hear it, and they also know lies. What white society has perfected is the ability of getting black people to be comfortable with people lying to them.
Exactly.
And telling you that you need to go along to get along. And the problem that we have faced, as I pointed out in last night's broadcast, is that unlike these other groups of people, we've got folk inside black society who will go around to other black people and attempt to proselytize that our oppressed condition is where we need to be, and we just need to wait for the times to get better. That we need to accept settling for whatever crumbs are flicked off the table. Gays don't have that.
Exactly.
You never saw a group of gays or a gay organization tell its members that, well, if we deal with police brutality against blacks, that indirectly helps us as gays. You never heard that. You've never heard illegals be told, well, you know, if we deal with black socioeconomic poverty, that'll trickle down and that will also hello, Monique Presley, disproportionately help Latinos and illegal aliens. You've never heard them say that. But in black society, they have cultivated a traitor class, particularly in the media, that will go out and tell us those kind of things. Tell us that we shouldn't ask for anything. Tell us that we're all Americans. Tell us that we can't expect politicians to specifically do things for us. And that is the height of treason to say that. So all of these people who are scrambling because they've been mobilized by their white masters in the Democrats and the Republicans and the media, they've been mobilized. It's all hands on deck. It's full-blown panic, because if black people start actually standing by our demands, at this point, we will no longer ask for power, as Dr. John Henry Clark told us. We will take it, which is what we're doing now. We're not asking for it. We are taking it.
Professor Black Truth, you want to add to that, brother?
We need to become much more politically aggressive. As a case study, and I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but I got to say it. When the United States went into Iraq, one of the big problems that they had was a guy named Muqtada al-Sadr. And it was amazing to the U.S. that this guy was setting off car bombs, snipering Marines. He was killing folk left, right, and center. He was killing American forces. They couldn't understand why, because Saddam Hussein had killed Muqtada al-Sadr's father. And the reason he was raising all that hell was he wanted a seat at the table. He saw the U.S. setting up a puppet regime. As far as he was concerned, I'm not going to be left out in the cold, so I'm just going to raise pure hell until I get a seat at the table. It was done on his terms. They had to come to terms with the man. Now, I'm not saying that black folks ought to be setting off truck bombs and ought to be sniping people. What I am saying is it's time for us to do a total reset. And the way we do a total reset is, first of all, we got to make sure we got some bargaining chips. We have got to give them something that we can take away. And the main thing we can take away is black people. You can have a situation where fully 1 out of 7 Americans do not recognize the legitimacy of the elections, which means we don't recognize the legitimacy of the political leaders. That's a political crisis that the country's in. That's the reason why they can afford to give you the right to vote, because what you're doing is you are giving them assurance that I am still invested in your system. It ain't done a damn thing for me. And you've announced that, but I'm still going to keep on trying. When you said, you know what, I'm going to stay politically aware, but we're withdrawing from this. We're going to start pursuing other options. That's dangerous.
Absolutely.
Because the last time
Go ahead, brother.
The last time that people decided they were going to withdraw from the process, America had a civil war. And the time before that, when people withdrew from the process, you had the American Revolution. So make no mistake, when you got 1 out of 7 Americans who are saying we're looking for solutions outside of the ballot box, well, that usually doesn't have a very happy ending.
You know, also beyond that, remember, these are the same Negroes, if they want to bring up the civil rights leaders, they were talking about civil disobedience by us saying that we are not going to vote until a candidate agrees to the black agenda. That's civil disobedience. All of a sudden, when we start promoting our own brand of civil disobedience, we're told, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, we start talking and criticizing, heavily criticizing the Republicans and the Democrats, and all of a sudden, the Democrats are attacking us harder than the Republicans ever attacked us. So that just shows they're two sides of the same coin.
But they also want to see if we're going to break.
Exactly.
Because what they're checking to see now, what they've done with us, particularly the three of us in the last few weeks, is they're checking to, at this point, they tried quarantine.